Hello and welcome to the special episode of Cricket Predicta powered by 1xBet. I am Anand Kaur bringing you the latest and most exciting updates from the world of cricket at your favorite place. Sunrisers Hyderabad lit up their home ground with a commanding performance yesterday, defeating Lucknow Super Giants by 6 wickets and knocking them out of the playoff race. With that, Rishabh Pant's side becomes the fifth team to be officially eliminated from the season's playoff contention. In Monday's clash, Lucknow were put into bat after losing the toss. They posted a competitive 205 for 7 in their 20 overs, a solid batting effort but not enough to hold back the Hyderabad firepower. The chase, nothing short of explosive. Hyderabad batters came out all guns blazing, led by Abhishek Sharma, who once again showed the flair with a blistering knock of 59. The target was chased down in just 18.2 overs with 4 wickets lost. For Lucknow, Digvijay Rathore picked up 2 wickets while William O'Rourke and Shardul Thakur chipped in with 1 each. And now let's shift our focus in today's clash, a face-off between two teams already out of the playoff race, Chennai Super Kings versus Rajasthan Royals. Sure, there are no playoff points on the line, but pride, passion and chance to sign off on a high. That's still very much in play. For Rajasthan Royals, this marks their final match of the season. One silver lining, the emergence of a young star, Vaibhav Sooryavanshi, who've given their fans a cheer, something to cheer about loud. But overall, it's been a season of misfires, questionable bowling choices at the auction, a misfiring middle order have cost them dearly. Will Chennai bid farewell with a win, or will Rajasthan turn their final outing into a memory worth holding on to? And to discuss this, we have our experts with us today. We have former India cricketer Noel David and former Zimbabwe cricketer John Neumbu. Thank you so much, gentlemen, for coming in. How are you doing, John, today?
Very well, thank you. Thank you very much for having me on your show. And I hope after today, we won't get a rained out match like we did when we spoke about the Virat Kohli match. And yeah, it's going to be a good day for cricket, hopefully.
Yes, definitely. That's what we're looking for. And Noel, how are you doing today?
I'm doing good, and I'm very happy to see SRH back into the groove of winning. At least they are going with some pride by beating LSG at Lucknow, the home ground of LSG. And it's nice to see this team prospering for the next year. And I hope they continue this. That's more important, because being an Hyderabadi, I would love to see my team doing well.
Oh, totally. Now they are, I think, back in line, and they'll be looking forward to the next year with more willingness. And Noel, now coming up to today's match, CSK's batting run rate is the lowest in the tournament at 8.5. So what technical or strategic issues could be contributing to their sustained struggles with the bat when you look at the whole season so far?
Look, let's be very honest. They tried everything to get that run rate going up the ladder, but the loss of Ruturaj Gaikwad was the main purpose, I think, because he was the one guy who could take the bowlers in the power play along with Rachin Ravindra. I think when this pair broke up, especially when Ruturaj got injured and then Rachin Ravindra getting dropped, they tried many openers. They tried these youngsters also now at present with Matre and Rashid. Nothing is clicking for them, I think, at present. What I feel is if they would have stuck with some experienced opener, at least with Rachin Ravindra or Conway on the top of the order, I think something would have, because there's no experienced guy who could take on the bowlers during the power play. I know that's why they average very low even in the power play or in the depth, because you can't depend on Shivam Dubey all the time to go there and get that runs in the depth of the overs or in initial part, because he is the only guy who's been consistent so far for the Chennai Super Kings. So I think lack of consistency in the batting, especially during that power play, I think that's the key letdown for these Chennai Super Kings this season. I hope they rectify, go back to the drawing board, and next year they come back with the bang.
Yeah, they have to go to the drawing board, because you cannot see five-time champions struggling like this, especially when their batting and bowling have always been superb. And John, now despite Rajasthan Royals have the third best batting run rate, 9.61, their net run rate is still negative, minus 0.7. So what does this say about the balance or imbalance between their batting and bowling units?
It goes to show, like what Noel has just said, that you can see that there's not much experience in the teams. I mean, Royals have got a bit of youthful firepower at the top. So you know that your Shevans Jawal and your Sanju Samsons will get everything going. But then when it comes to the bowling, there's a little bit of youth involved. I mean, you know that as a bowler, you can get away a little bit with bowling in the middle. But then if teams have got wickets in hand to go into the death overs, then that youthful inexperience of the Rajasthan Royal bowlers will come into play, and that's when other teams, I think, have capitalized on that. I mean, you've got Kwena Mapaka, you've got your Farouk, they're not really as experienced as the other teams. But then, going forward, this is a lesson that they'll learn, that next season when they come back a bit of a stronger unit in terms of their bowling. They know how to adjust to this kind of situations, and they'll be able to do better next year. And it's sad to see the two of the best teams in the IPL that are struggling like this. But then it's always an opportunity for other teams to show that they've, one, recruited well, two, they've gelled well, and three, they've given the performances. But then for these two, it's back to the drawing boards and make sure that they use this remaining part of the IPL as an experience gaining factor for their players, so that when they come back next season, they'll have fresher players in mind, they'll have fresher experience, and they'll be able to do a better job.
Yes, that's what every team thinks, and every year we get to know who's performing well and who have to go better the next season. So hopefully that is the case for both these teams. And Noel, with CSK holding the worst net run rate, minus 0.98, how much of their underperformance can be attributed to their poor starts in the power play versus weaknesses at the death, when you again see the whole season so far?
I think I've answered this because, as I told you in the first itself, the main was the consistency in the top of the order. That's the key letdown of them. I think none of them have taken the responsibility to play there or use the power play very well, or the depth overs. I think. As I said, Ruturaj Gaikwad was the main guy who could take on the bowlers, in the power play. If you see the initial first three matches, till he was available, I think if you see the power play where they got 50 to 60 runs out, maybe for a wicket, 1 wicket, but or for no loss. But after him, there was none of them taking that responsibility. Even Rachin Ravindra was, not getting those runs. He lost that partner. Then Devin Conway was given an opportunity to open. But I feel that, as John said, this is an opportunity for these youngsters to prove themselves, as Ayush Matre is doing it on top of the order. And I think when they go back, I think they have to understand that the combination which they chose, I don't think was the right combination, because they don't have that experienced guys at the top or at the bottom of this thing, because Dhoni was always coming down the order. It was Shivam Dube who was in the middle or the depth getting those crucial runs. None other than that, maybe later part of this tournament where they knew they're not qualifying, they tried Breveres, they tried everybody, but ultimately they fell to their own circumstances. None of them were able to go out there and perform or express themselves. That opportunity was what was given to them. I feel that it's sad to see the five-time champions going out with I hope they go out with a victory today, but it's sad to see that they are not qualified for this IPL.
Yeah, let's see how they fare today, or is the Rajasthan Royals who will be at the last spot if Chennai can save themselves. And John, Rajasthan Royals has a net dot percentage of minus 6.1, the worst in the league. So what kind of changes, either personnel or tactical, would be affecting in addressing this control issue, because their bowling has been worse so far?
I mean, like I said earlier, it's a tale about youth, and you find that with the youth, especially in a season like this that is not going well, they get caught in between. In their nature, they are hitters, so they like hitting the ball, they like getting boundaries, and you find that in a season like this where the boundaries are not coming, either players are swinging and missing, and then contrary to that, you go back to the drawing board and then you get told, no, be a little bit circumspect, try and navigate the ones and twos, get the scoreboard ticking, and then you start hitting fielders. And then that also increases the dot ball percentage. But for them, luckily, today, they are playing in a high-scoring ground. I think the average first inning score is 192. So it will work in both teams' favor as well, because of the nature of the ground, that they can go and, like Noel says, and express themselves. Because the most important thing for players to be able to get the best out of themselves is when they are expressing themselves, playing with no fear. And like at this stage of the tournament and in the position they are, there should not be any fear. They should just go there, express themselves. What is the worst that could happen? They have been losing. They're not in the best possible position that they want. So for them, it's nothing to lose. Go and express yourself. High scoring ground, hot as it's going to be today, and you'll find that you start ticking boxes in today's game that you'd like to achieve in the next season. So for them, the preparation for the next season starts now, so that as they get out of this tournament, they are able to see where they went wrong. They are able to see how they are able to adjust to that. They are able to see if at all they need to recruit a little bit better in the next auction. But for me, it's no fear. Go out there, high scoring ground, play your shots, pick the moments where you have to attack, pick the moments where you have to sit back and absorb some pressure, and you'll find that they'll come out hopefully a bit better on this regard.
Yes, maybe a lot of changes need to be required. John, do you think they need to change some of their bowling tactics and the bowlers? Because only we could see Jofra Archer heading the pace attack and doing well, but he could not get the support.
Yes, it's difficult. I'm sure, and I know they've tried all this, and it's just not clicking. So I think whoever they pick today, or just like how they've been going, will probably do a similar thing because of the nature of the season. So for me, it's not really about who they pick and how they play. For me, it's about whoever gets that opportunity today should be able to go out there and say, I've got an opportunity. We haven't had a good season. Let me just go out there and play with no fear. For me, the biggest word for me today would be no fear, because there's nothing worse that can happen that hasn't already happened for them this season.
Yeah, fearless cricket is what we want today. And Noel, as you rightly said about Shivam Dube, that he's the one who's been performing. So when you look at him, that he's with 149 runs in overs 17 to 20 and 150 versus pace, how crucial is Dube's role as a finisher in otherwise underperforming CSK batting lineup today again when they are playing Rajasthan Royals?
You look, Shivam Dube past 3 years, the way he has performed for Chennai Super Kings. He's been averaging 30 odd, every year. If you see the 2023 where he's got 400 runs, in that year, and last year he's got 320 runs at the average of 34 or something like that. Because of his consistency and his confidence, he is able to deliver what the franchisee or the captain Dhoni has asked about him. And he is a key player for the Chennai Super Kings during the middle of the overs or the depth of the overs, because he's a very clean striker of the ball. He works very hard in his batting. I've been watching him during this camp at Mumbai, where he comes on practice at BKC. He hits the ball very easily. I think he's one guy who can clear any ground at his will, and he's been very consistent in his performance, in his batting. His only thing is not able to get his opportunity to bowl, but he's a good bowler too. And I think today he has to play that key role, what he is playing all the time for Chennai Super Kings. Come in the middle, play your role, get that 50-60, wait till the depth of the overs, till the end of the overs, finish it with a good note, because you've been a very successful batsman for Chennai Super Kings. Maintain that rapport till the end and finish it with a high note. I think I like this guy a lot, Shivam Dube, because he's a good all-rounder for the future. He's already played for the country. We would love to see him playing many more matches for the country.
Yes, and see, going by how team is reliable on him, he'll definitely come out, and especially when there will be batting conditions. And John, given CSK's control-oriented game versus RR's explosive but inconsistent approach, so what type of pitch or bat conditions are likely to tilt the contest in one side's favor in Delhi today, especially when it's supremely hot with humidity?
Yes, like you said, control, and the control from the CSK bowlers, that is the spinners, will come into play today. But then again, you see the batting lineup for Rajasthan Royals, your Shimron Hitmayers, your Sanju Samson. They love spin. They love playing spin. They're very good players of spin. They like clearing the boundary. So for me today, I predict a high-scoring game because of the nature of the bowling attacks, and also with the way Rajasthan Royals fast bowlers are inexperienced. They haven't had much control except for Jofra Archer. So also CSK will be thinking, okay, we might not go very conservative as we always do, but there's an opportunity for us to get at these young fast bowlers, test them, see how they react under pressure, and hopefully we'll get them in the place where we want them to be, and then we score runs. High scoring ground. Both teams are looking at finishing the season on a high. So if the spinners of CSK bowl very well, and I would like to say if the Rajasthan Royals young guns come to the fore, it to be a very, very good tussle between the two of them. But then again, what will Rajasthan Royals do after the power play when the CSK spinners are in play with the spread field? Are they going to look to be circumspect and rotate and hit, or are they still going to look to be all guns blazing? So for me, today is just going to be an explosive game, which is filled with a lot of youngsters that are looking to make names for themselves. So like I said before, fearless should be the order of the day today. So with fearless cricket comes cricket where us as spectators will enjoy to see, where there'll be boundaries, where there'll be wickets, and I think this game is just going to be filled with everything that we look to see in a good T20 game. Edge of your seat kind of game where you can't really tell where it's going to go because of the explosiveness that it's going to be like.
Yes, as you rightly said, explosiveness. So do we see spinners taking more wickets than pacers today, if that is the strategy for the CSK?
I think from a CSK perspective, yes, I think the spinners will have to take the wickets. Otherwise, they'll be under pressure because their seamers haven't been bowling very well. So for CSK's perspective, the spinners have to do the job that they have been doing, because you can see that they have got the better run rate going into these games than the seamers. And like we said, for the Rajasthan Royals, their dot ball percentage is high as well. So which means that tussle and that battle between the spinners who like bowling dot balls, who like getting wickets, and the Rajasthan Royal batters who are facing a lot of dot balls and could also mean that they are going to hit out and either hit six or get out like it's a T20. So we'll see. But I think it's going to be a very crucial stage where the spinners are actually trying to control that game for CSK.
Yeah, for CSK, we're looking forward to spinners. And Noel, when we come to Rajasthan Royals, we see that how their bowlers concede heavily to both pace 10.88 and spin 9.47. So what kind of bowling attack, reshuffle or role clarity might help contain the opposition batting order today?
As John rightly explained against Chennai Super Kings, I think it will be apply the same thing for the Rajasthan Royals. Because Archer is the only guy who is, bowling well. He's been trying to take the wickets in the initial power play, but the rest of the bowlers are not being revolving with him during the bowling attack. I think the spinners, especially two foreign spinners from Sri Lanka, Dikshana and Hasanga, these guys were on and off playing for the Rajasthan. I think they should have been allowed to play a few more games to control that spin department, because there's no experience in the spin department for them at all. Rajasthan Royals, even in the bowling, they can't have inexperienced bowler. They tried a lot of Tushar Deshpande. Yes, he's done well when he played for Chennai Super Kings, but this year I thought he's slightly out of form. where the support to Archer was not there. Then they tried Yudhvir Singh, where he went on to be very expensive for Rajasthan Royals. Then they tried Karthik Singh, the orthodox spinner. They tried everyone to get that combination going of fast bowlers and spinners, but nothing worked. I think that was the downfall of the Rajasthan Royals, because the batting, yes, as John said in the beginning, the batting of the youth and the seniors combination, which worked well with Yashashvi and then young Vaibhav coming, but the bowlers never looked to that par as what we all expected, because we all thought, the spinners, what they have, the foreign spinners, I think they could have come, but they should have been consistent playing in the playing 11. I think they would have done some magic, or they would have controlled that spin department. Otherwise, I see that if today's game, I think opportunity should be given to some guys who they are trying to look for the future of Rajasthan Royals in the coming season, next year, or the future of the IPL. I think that should be given to look where they are capable to withstand the pressure of IPL, or will this succumb to the pressure?
Yes, they'll be definitely, as you rightly said, looking forward to the future stars. And one future star we've already got, Vaibhav Suryavanshi. He's already shining. So, do you see him performing big today, especially in the batting friendly track in Delhi today, Noel?
Absolutely, I will be looking. The wicket will rightly suit that youngster, because he's so free in his stroke making. He picks it up very well. He has ranges of shots. The way he bats, I think, as fearless as he can. He doesn't look into the names of who's coming from the other end to bowl to him. He just knows that he needs to connect and the ball needs to go outside the pavilion. That's the only thing he looks. He knows how to rotate the singles also, and he has a lovely partner around. Same young Yashashvi Jaiswal. I think he nurtures him during the inning. If you look at that 100 what he come, the way Yashashvi was very happy when he during his that stint when he got that 100. It was the combination of these two guys which will be the future of Rajasthan Royals, and I'm looking forward that today's game is going to get a big one, and I'm praying for it.
Oh, totally. And quick prediction, Noel, who is going to come out with the win today in this match to not be at the bottom?
I feel cricket will win today because both the teams are the same level and the same par. I think cricket will win, and I hope these two teams will go with some dignity out of this IPL, because it's sad to see. It's sad to see such teams which have the right ingredients are not able to qualify because of some lack of consistency, and maybe combinations of the 11 was not right.
Right. And John, who do you think will come out with win today?
My heart would like to go with CSK, solely because of what MS Dhoni has done for the IPL, for India cricket. You want him to finish his tenure as a player and as a captain on a winning side and with a good performance. So I would like CSK to win just for the MS Dhoni factor, but like Noel says, cricket today has to be the winner. These young guys need to go out there and just express themselves. We want to sit back and watch some good cricket and be entertained. But still, I say, hopefully MS Dhoni finishes on a high with a good win, because he has been a true servant of the game, both in India and the rest of the world, and would love to see him go out of his career with a very good win.
Yeah, let's hope it's
to announce.
Yeah, it's a great match.
We have to wait for him to announce his retirement, John, because we can never know. He may be back next year.
Oh.
Yeah, because remember when we at the beginning he had said yes, he had said no, so you can see that it's culminating to that, but then it's just that we're waiting.
Exactly.
We are definitely going to see MS Dhoni again next year. That's what we would like to see in everyone, the fans. So thank you so much, gentlemen, for joining in, for your insights. And it has been a great episode. Thank you so much, everyone, for joining in. You know where to tune in for all the insights you need. See you tomorrow at the same time.